What's up, Leo? How y'all doing? It's time to go ahead and take a look at your mid-month messages for September 2023. For those of you new to my channel, when I do the mid-month messages, the main thing I'm looking for is a change of timelines. That's the intention that I put into it. So for those of you who would like to schedule a personal reading, all the information on how to go about doing that is in the description box of this video. And don't forget, there's still a big sale going on where all pre-recorded personal readings are $50 off. That's to celebrate my 5 years reading tarot on YouTube. Also, don't forget my School of Self-Mastery. I got a good course coming up here really soon. So all the information for all of that is in the description of this video. All right. Starting these off a little bit different. I want to start this off with a past, present, future. And from that point forward, we're going to roll with whatever comes out the most. If it hits on the past, we're going to go with the past. If it hits on the present, we're going with the present. If it hits on the future, then we're going with the future. So let's just see a quick past, present, future for Leo. Let's see here. Let's see. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you could have connected with somebody in the past, and it could have been a very superficial connection on one, the other, or both of you. I don't know who it was, but somebody was bringing a very surface level, materialistic energy into the connection. And not that there's anything wrong with that. That only turns into a problem when we fail to dig deeper than that. That's the only time it turns into a problem. Queen of Cups. Okay. Oh, you completed a karmic contract. Oh, wow. Okay. But there's a problem here. This particular connection wasn't just something that was all that easy to... There may have been people that you've been with before that it wasn't this hard to walk away from. This may have been a little bit harder than your average connection to separate from and walk away from. This was a pretty intense connection. Could have been a Gemini for some of you. Could have been a Gemini. But what it was, though, was I think it was a karmic contract that you completed. I think so. You completed a karmic contract. So that's what typically tends to happen. We have unfinished business from a previous lifetime. So we come back together in this lifetime to see if we can work it out here. We work it out here, and very frequently what happens is as soon as we complete that contract, the energy changes. The energy changes. Now, energy is very mutable and it fluctuates a lot. So energy can change, all the time. But whenever a karmic contract is completed, the energy changes and it never goes back. It never resolves itself. It gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And the energetic mismatch keeps getting heavier and heavier and heavier. In the present moment, I'm seeing somebody contemplating communication with the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Somebody's and I think it's closure. I think somebody's contemplating coming forward and getting closure. Honestly, it kind of feels like the person that you're dealing with, honestly. So for those of you wondering whether or not this person still thinks about you, yes, they do, but I don't think they want a reconciliation with this Judgment card here. This is the middle line in the present moment. Okay? This person's contemplating, communicating to get closure because they feel this connection just as strongly as you do. No, you're not making it up in your head. Yes, they feel it just like you, and I think they want closure. Creeping up into the future. Let me clarify this. I think, hang on. Hold up. No. Creeping up into the future, I'm seeing more than likely somebody new is making their way into your life before this person even gets a chance to get closure. It's kind of what I'm feeling like is going to happen here. Okay. And especially if they're keeping an eye on you, which I think they very well may be, it may work out like they're watching you, they're thinking about it, and then right around the time that they make the decision, or they're making the decision to come forward, it's too late because somebody new's already made their way into your life, and then they back off and back away. It's kind of how I'm seeing this play itself out. So I see two things here: past and next person coming in. So I'll be 100% honest with you. All the other signs, the past came through heaviest. So every single sign. I think I'm just going to keep it going that way. But we're going to get past, present, and future all in this whole video anyway. So let's go ahead and start off with the past then. Let's take a deeper look at the person from the past and their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, hopes, dreams, and expectations, how they see you, how they feel about you. Judgment again. They want closure. They want closure. They want to close this out, bury it. They've been trying to bury it and forget about it, but I don't think they've been very successful with that. Maybe little periods of time they'll go, like they may go a week or two without thinking about you. Then all of a sudden, I don't know, your favorite song comes on the radio or something like that, and then it all comes rushing back. Or, they go out of town and one of their colleagues recommends your favorite restaurant to go eat at, and then it all comes rushing back, something like that. So they're trying to bury it, but it keeps popping back up, and they just want to be able to close this out for good. Yeah, they want to be able to close this out for good. I think they kind of want to open up to you a little bit. They want to open up, be a little bit more real and honest. King of Swords, though, they're afraid of showing emotion, though. See? King of Swords upright, King of Cups reversed. Page of Swords reversed. I told you they're watching you. They're absolutely watching you. This person is a mess. You know that, right? This person is a mess. So I don't think that you can really fully dump all your eggs in the basket. Even if this person does open up to you, they may a little bit, but I don't know how long they're going to be able to sustain that, because I think they have a lot of insecurities as well. With this 9 of Swords right here, 10 of Swords, this person's a mess, man. They are an absolute mess. And we got the 7 of Swords right in the heart of the spread. So that's what I'm saying. Even if they do open up a little bit, I don't know if you can trust them to stay completely consistent with that, because they have so many insecurities. They got a lot of inner issues that they need to deal with and work on. 6 of Wands. I think they're very concerned about your perception of them. They don't want you to know how weak and vulnerable they really are. Why? I don't know. The only thing I can assume, usually whenever somebody doesn't want to reveal their weakness like that, usually it's a result of them not wanting you to feel like you have any kind of power over them, So let's see how this is playing out. What's the outcome here? How is this playing out? What's the outcome? Uh-oh, 7 of Wands. Yep, I do think there more than likely will be some communication. Yep, Page of Swords, 8 of Wands. There more than likely will end up being some communication, but I'm not convinced that it's playing out the way they want it to in their mind. In their mind, they have this idea that they're going to just write you and get some kind of closure, and then that's going to lift 1,000 pounds up off their chest. They're going to be able to let it go and move on. It's not going to quite work like that because they're coming forward, opening up a little bit, but not all the way. That's causing an energetic disconnect here. And if they don't know how to get a grip on that energy, it's just going to start building tension. And I think it's going to turn into a very tense, awkward, weird, uncomfortable conversation. And they're probably going to end up moving on from this with more questions than answers, not with the closure that they want. They'll probably attempt to show off, putting on this front with the 10 of Pentacles here. Like I said, I think this person's very shallow and materialistic. Again, there's nothing wrong with materialism. It becomes a problem whenever you try to make that the end all be all. Whenever you lead with that, whenever that's your number one priority, when all you care about is the surface level, all you care about is the material, all you care about is the money and how things look and other people's perception of you and what people think about you and the way people perceive you and whatnot. Whenever you put that above all other things, that's when materialism turns into a problem. That's kind of what I think this person's problem is. If you can balance that out, if you can balance out materialism and spirituality, there's nothing wrong with that. If you can balance them out, but a lot of people struggle with that. It's really, 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 really difficult to get on or continue on a path like that when you've been leading with materialism your whole life, so yeah, let's get the advice here because this looks like it's probably going to be an uncomfortable conversation. What's the advice for Leo with the person from the past? 3 of Wands, Page of Pentacles reversed. So you don't need to be reaching out to them. They can come forward whenever they feel like they want to, if they want to. So just go into this, death card. Go into this very neutral. Be as neutral as you can going into this. Okay. Try not to get too emotionally wrapped up and involved in anything that they say, any picture they try to paint in your mind, because it's always going to end up turning into some sort of power dynamic. It's always going to end up turning into some sort of, I want to try to push you down beneath me so that I can feel like I'm on top. Does that make any sense? So if they attempt to do that, don't react to it in any way because the majority of it is just a big front. Just a big front. They ain't no happier now than they were the day you all separated. Okay. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. So just understand that. And anything that they try to flaunt or whatnot, just play along. Just play along. Oh man, that's so great. I'm so glad you're doing good. That's cool. Awesome. Good deal. I'm glad to see that you're happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're doing good. That's awesome. Sweet. Cool. Just play along with it. It's not going to work out, the way they want it. They'll be like, okay, I'm trying to push you down beneath me so that I give off the illusion that I have the power here. But the only way they can push you down beneath them is if you react the way they want you to. It's the only way it'll work. If you start reacting with bitterness or with sadness or with some kind of resentment, that's the only way it'll work. So be as neutral as possible and just take anything that they say with a grain of salt. Get that closure that you need and go about your way. Okay. All right, let's look here at the next person coming in. Let's take a quick energetic look at that situation. Next person coming in. Who is the next person coming in? What's the situation look like energetically? Oh, 3 of Swords reversed. I don't even feel like I need to talk about that, do I? We'll see how it plays into the rest of the spread. We'll see. Fool card reversed. Seven of Cups. Four of Pentacles. High Priestess. Okay, something. Ooh, yeah, something feels off here. Something feels off. I'm going to have to take a dig at this person's intentions. Been seeing lots of this come through for several other signs. I don't know what's going on energetically with maybe this planetary shitstorm we've been going through here lately. I don't know, but whatever it is, I've been seeing lots of signs. I don't care if you're an air sign, earth sign, fire sign, water sign. Don't care if you're a cardinal sign, mutable sign, fixed sign. I don't care. I've been seeing lots and lots of people collectively responding very similarly, where most people who have been wrung through the ringer, had lots of heartbreak, lots of failed relationships, are getting to a point here in Virgo season, moving into Libra season, where for some reason they're standing up, standing in their integrity, and not putting up with no bullshit. That's kind of what I'm seeing you doing here, where in the past you may have been a little bit more apt to step into something that feels a little bit uneasy. You know, now I don't think you're playing that game. I don't think you're playing that game. The energy's off. You ain't even wasting no time trying to figure out why it's off. It makes you feel funny. You're walking away. And now, while I don't know what's going on yet, let me just say this, just person to person. Okay. I'm just talking to you like a regular person, not as a tarot reader, not as a spiritual influencer on the internet, just regular person to regular person. That's what you should do. That's what you should do. You connect with somebody, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it is a friend, a romantic love interest, a family member. Don't care who it is. The energy feels funny. And it's not straightening itself out. We're connecting. Your vibe feels off. Something feels weird. Okay, I'm going to give this some time. I'm going to observe. And if it just consistently just feels weird and feels off, and I can just tell that that's just, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if we are just not a vibrational match, or if my intuition is picking up on something that's seriously off here, but I don't have time for this. Nope. Don't have time for this. Your energy is funny for a whole week, and it remains funny the whole second week. I'm backing away. That's just my personal opinion as a regular person. I could be wrong. I'll gladly take it on the chin if I am wrong. Let's dig in and see. What's this person's intentions? Next person coming in. What's their intentions? See, that's what I thought. And the 10 of Cups reversed. That's what I thought. They're hung up on a past person. That's what I thought. It was all over that last spread, but y'all hear me say that so fucking much. I'm like, man, I don't want to keep repeating myself. We'll just see what comes out in the next spread. Same thing. Same message. Past heartbreak. Yep. They're karmically tied to somebody from the past. That's what you're picking up on. 4 Cups. Death card reversed. They're karmically tied to somebody from the past. 3 of Swords again. Okay. 6 of Cups reversed. I can't steer around it, dude. You see it. They're karmically tied to somebody from the past. And okay, we're all humans. It happens. It happens. But one big mistake that a lot of people make is they don't do an ounce of healing because they don't know how. Your average person has no idea how to even begin the healing process. So what are the top 2 things 99% of people do when they get their heart broke? Top 2 things. Number 1, the most common thing that people try to do is jump straight into a new relationship because they think that's going to make it all go away. It don't. No, it don't. The second most common thing, which is what I would do for years, well, I've done both in the past, is they suffer in silence and they wait and 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 wait for the pain to go away. That's not healing by a long shot. But in their defense, they don't know how. We haven't been taught how to properly heal. That's the problem. But do they have bad intentions? No. They don't have bad intentions. I was just telling, who was I just telling this to last night? I forget what sign it was. But most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time, when somebody does something bad, it's not coming from a bad place. Who was that I was telling that last night to? I think it may have been cancer. I don't remember. Anyway, most of the time, a person's shitty actions aren't necessarily coming from a place of bad intention. It's coming from a broken place. Now, don't get it twisted. There are some sick, miserable, fucked up people out there who wake up in the morning and all they think about is how they can lie, cheat, and steal their way through life. You know, oh, there are those people out there, but that's honestly not the majority. That's not the majority. The majority of people are just coming from a lost and broken place. They're shitty decisions that they make. Well, what's the advice with this situation here? What's the advice? King of Wands. That has Leo written all over it. Magician. Okay, well, the only thing I can say, there's the Three of Swords again for the 3rd time in a row, is if that's how you feel, there's nothing wrong with that. If it really feels so funny, so strange, and so uncomfortable connecting with this person that you would just really rather not go there, then don't. That's totally cool, dude. Totally cool. But there is potential for the two of you to make it to a positive timeline. It's just all a matter of whether or not you feel like taking the time, utilizing the patience, and putting forth the work, and being patient and understanding enough to go through this heavy, energetic shitstorm with this person and take the chance, if they choose to take a different path. They may not. But it is possible. There is potential here. So for those of you who maybe don't feel that way and you would rather see what kind of potential there is here, just keep them at an arm's distance. Keep them at an arm's distance and do the best that you can. Do the best that you can to make sure that, see, if me and you connect, right? Me and you just met. We don't know each other. And I want you to be open, genuine, and honest with me. What's my responsibility? Because you know I have a responsibility, right? My responsibility is to make sure that I provide an environment when you're in my presence in which you feel safe opening up and being genuine, upfront, and honest. Now, if I'm making you walk on eggshells, it's going to be very, very, it gets harder and harder and harder for me to blame you for not letting your guard down. See what I'm saying? So take the first month to do the best that you can to let it be known. Hey, no judgment here. You are totally cool. You're totally free to open up that closet full of skeletons around me. No judgment. We all got a past. You good. No judgment here. That's the only thing you can really do. Now, most of the time, most people don't want to remain closed off like that. They want to open up. They just don't feel safe. So most of the time, 75 to 80% of the time, whenever you really put that energy in the air, most people will slowly open up when they feel safe. But there is a chance that they're just not going to take that chance and they're going to remain closed off. It's a possibility. Okay. So just do whatever feels right. Thank you for the super chat, Andrea. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, we are moving on to the current person. Remember, if you have no problems or issues with your current person, this is not for you. I don't feel like I should have to say that, but you'd be surprised. You would be surprised. All right, what's the problem? What's the issue? What's going wrong between Leo and the current person? Four of Swords. Some of you are considering maybe taking a break. Eight of Swords reversed. Empress reversed, though. Somebody here is contemplating taking a break. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's you, them, or possibly both of you. But honestly, with the Empress and the Hierophant both reversed, could be a Taurus for some of you. I have Taurus and Cancer here. I'm really kind of feeling like there's a big loss of passion, loss of attraction. And somebody here isn't even really 100% committed to this anymore. It's not really telling me why. It's not telling me why. But somebody here is not really 100% committed to this. I'm not getting anything else out of this spread here. It feels like there's a big puzzle piece missing. It's not telling me why. It's not telling me what went wrong. It's not even giving me the energies as to what led to this energetic disconnect. All it's telling me is that the passion's gone, the attraction is dwindling, and somebody here is contemplating taking a break. Maybe a temporary period of separation or something like that, you know? So all this is telling me. Let's look at this person's feelings and intentions then, since that's all I can get out of this spread here. Justice reverse. So they feel like whatever it is that's going wrong between the two of you is very unfair. Maybe they feel like they're being treated very unfairly, possibly. Not saying they are or they're not. I'm saying that's how they feel. I don't know if their feelings are legit or not. So don't jump on me yet. Nine of Pentacles, Empress. Yeah, so they don't want to go anywhere, but they're refusing to acknowledge the truth. That's what it is. They're refusing to acknowledge the truth. So what do you do? So I know I've said this a million times, but how do you work on a relationship? How do you do that? How is that done? You work on you. You work on you. Don't care who you are. Don't care what your sign is. Don't care if you're a man or a woman. Don't care if you're gay or straight. Don't care if what your race is. Don't care what your religion is. Don't care where you're from. The only way to work on a relationship is you work on you and they work on them. The problem is working on yourself sucks. That's the problem. That's the problem. Self-improvement sucks. So most people don't do it. Most people don't do it because it sucks. Your average person just sits with their fingers crossed, hoping that things will just get better. They ain't. And the reason they ain't is because the things that you experience are a reflection of your vibration. That's the grand illusion of being a human on planet Earth. That's why things aren't just going to get better. Because the illusion is, I need this thing out here to change, then I'll feel better. Well, the part you failed to understand is that that thing out there is what it is because your vibration is what it is. It doesn't change first, and then your vibration changes. Your vibration has to change first, and then it'll change. That's the way it really works, you know? And they're refusing to acknowledge the truth. Whatever work they need to do, they're too afraid to face it. They're too afraid to acknowledge it. So I don't, and I know some of y'all are going to get mad at me when I say this. Everybody always gets mad at me when I say this, but I don't think it's coming from a bad place. I don't think so. I don't think this person has bad intentions. I don't think so. Now, that doesn't mean that they didn't do something bad. They very well may have. But at the deepest, deepest, deepest level of their intentions, it wasn't coming from a bad place. Again, it was coming from a broken place. If there's one thing y'all take away from this video, take this. Most people, 80% of people who do bad things, that bad decision didn't come from a bad place. It came from a broken place. This is not to excuse shitty behavior. It's to give you an understanding as to why. Does that make sense? Not an excuse, an understanding. Makes sense. Well, let's see the outcome for September. Could be a Taurus. Let's see, who do I got here? I got Taurus, Libra, Taurus, and Libra. Okay. A lot of Taurus energy coming through here. If you're a fixed sign, dealing with a fixed sign, hats off to you. Hats off to you, man. I'm a fixed sign too. I've never been able to make it work romantically with another fixed sign. Oh, never. Oh, friends? Oh, all day long, man. If you're a fixed sign, you got to have a fixed sign as a friend. You know, coworkers, business partners, friends, you know. Oh, man. Oh, you got to have a fixed sign by your side. Absolutely. But romantically? That's hard. That's really, really hard, man. Really, really, really hard. It's tough, dude. All right. Let's see here. All right. Well, yeah, let's see the outcome. Outcome for September. Ooh, 6 of Cups. Fool reversed, Temperance. So y'all are trying to wait this out. Y'all are trying to wait this out and return back to balance. Is it working successfully? Not really, honestly, because that's not the way that it works. But I do see you all trying to at least be patient with each other and wait it out. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? Hierophant. 5 of Cups. Okay, manage your expectations of others. Okay. We always want to do that backwards. We always manage our expectations of ourselves, but not of others. We need to do that backwards. Manage your expectations of others. A solid decision needs to be made one way or the other. No more hanging in the limbo, because if you just hang in the limbo, wondering, we'll see, it's going to come to an end eventually. We got to be putting forth action. And the only thing you can do as an individual is put forth your own action. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't think that you have to turn yourself into a totally different person within a month. It don't work that way. Just pick one little thing. Pick one little thing. because you know you got something you need to work on. Anybody out there who thinks they don't is seriously, seriously mistaken. If you're a human walking around on planet Earth, you have something you need to work on. So pick one thing. Pick one thing. I don't care if it's road rage. Maybe you have road rage. Start working on that. You may not think that has anything to do with your relationship, but every little piece of inner work that you do will trickle out and affect other areas of your life. Maybe you need to start eating healthier. Start working on that. Maybe anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Just start working on you. Pick one little thing, because that little voice has been whispering it into your ear for years and years and years now, and you know it. And most of us, I'm guilty of this too. I'm a human too. We say, maybe later. I don't have time right now. I just got all this going on right now. I really can't right now. I get it, dude. I totally get it. Totally get it. But this Virgo season, it's time for no more excuses. No more excuses. Got to get to work now. I got to pick that one little thing. Maybe it's my road rage. Maybe every time somebody cuts me off, I scream and yell and honk the horn. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is next time somebody cuts me off, I'm going to pause. And I'm going to just imagine. I'm going to paint this picture in my mind that it's this harmless little granny that, she's late to church. And, her phone died last night, so it didn't wake her up in time, and she's just late to church. And all she wants to do is make it to church on time, something, so that I can be like, okay. I wish you love and light, whatever it is that has you in this big hurry. I hope that, you make it to where you need to go on time. And I'm sorry that you're having a rough day. And, I send love and light to you. It sucks that you're going through that right now. Hope you make it to where you need to go safely and on time. And I hope your day goes smooth. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but just pick one little thing to work on in here. You may not think it has anything to do with your relationship, but if you can dedicate your energy and your intention to that kind of inner work for yourself, watch within 1 year, watch how your relationship starts to improve. Watch. And then you know what's really cool? The person you're with, they'll follow suit. Most of the time, 75 to 80% of the time, they'll follow suit. You'll start noticing they're making changes too. Oh, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just let it unfold. Let it unfold. It's not a matter of who did what first. I shouldn't have to do this because you did that. And you're the one that needs to do this. And you're the one that started doing that. And you started it here. You started it there. You did this. You did that. You. No, none of that shit. There's no judgment here. We need to put the ego to the side and go inside and look at the self and be honest and say, I'm going to get to work on me to become a better version of myself. So I know I got some trauma, maybe if you're like me, because road rage was one of my things. That's why I use that example. I grew up with my grandparents, and my grandfather had serious road rage. I don't know how he didn't end up getting locked up. I swear to God. Well, they rubbed off on me because that's all I grew up with, and I've had to start working on that. It's been hard. It's been tough, but I'm so much better now than I was several years ago. So much better. And little things like that. You don't think it's going to do much, but it will start changing the trajectory of everything in your life. Okay. All right. Well, I feel like those were the messages that my Leo friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. We got a couple super chats here. We got, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Mommy Mitty. Mamani Mitty. I hope I said that right. Thank you for the super chat. We also got Rachel Johnsick. Hope I said that right. Thank you for the super chat. We already got that one. Okay, cool. All right. I greatly appreciate every last one of you that tuned in, played along, and showed love, support, and positive feedback. Don't forget, the reading sale is still going on till the end of November. or I'm sorry, September, the end of September, pre-recorded personal readings are $50 off to celebrate my 5 years reading tarot on YouTube. So don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.